Racing to the 2026 Kentucky Derby, let's get an update. The Withers and the Southwest Stakes were run on the Derby Trail on Friday. Also, the Martha Washington from Oaklawn Park. We've got some next starts determined for some, hopefully, Kentucky Derby hopefuls on the trail. But let's recap the races, set you up for a big day of racing on Saturday with the Sam F. Davis and the Robert Lewis. But we start off at Aqueduct, the Withers Stakes at 1 1/8. We did have 7 horses entered. Grittiness at the rail went off at 5-1. The favorite at 7-5 was Schoolyard Superman, and Otinho was right there in the wagering support at 2-1. On the outside, we had a couple of 10-1 shots, Talk to Me Jimmy and 4th and 1, both coming in off wide open maiden wins. But we pick it up. First off, in the first half of the race, it was Talk to Me Jimmy. He opened up a big lead, and the closers from behind just got too far back. The field got spread out. Mylotta kind of kicked it in after a half mile, and Talk to Me Jimmy was loose on a lead. He ends up bringing it all the way to the wire, opened up a commanding lead at the top of the stretch. Schoolyard Superman gave in. Grittiness from dead last rounds up, ends up getting second over Otinho. Now the winner, Talk to Me Jimmy, the sire is Modernist, and his second straight win, trained by Rudy Rodriguez. And we'll see if he goes to the Wood Memorial. But Talk to Me Jimmy, back-to-back wins. And kind of look at this screenshot here. You know, look at this field kind of spread out. They went 23.96. What was nice about this race was Talk to Me Jimmy, he was kind of sent from the gate. They wanted to be up near the lead, and with Mylotta in there and Schoolyard Superman, what this did was it kind of eliminated 4th and 1 right from the beginning, and he got to that rail and was able to bring it all the way in down the stretch. 23.96, 48.18. The mile in 137.88. We'll see what the speed figures come back, but Talk to Me Jimmy picks up the points from the Withers Stakes. Next we go to Oaklawn Park. A big field entered, originally of 14 horses. We had Brickland scratched. We also had Litmus Test scratched. He's going to run in the San Felipe at Santa Anita. Meanwhile, Dakota, maiden winner, very fast, 109 and change. He was being bet down along with Butane, and then Strategic, who won the Smarty Jones Stakes. Those were kind of the 3 favorites. Then you had Liberty National, Rancho Santa Fe right around 6-7-1. Sleeping on Freedom on the outside was right around 60-1. And Reclamation was right around 85-1 from the rail. So kind of some wide open betting. And early on, it was a fast pace. Decode stretching out, just could not settle down. Saez just got those elbows back, trying to control him, but he's rank on the beginning. Butane right to his outside. Then on the 3-wide trip, that was Soldier and Diplomat. Then we pick it up after a half mile. Silent Tactic, I got him marked here in purple. He's all the way at the back of the pack, but he starts to make up ground. The leaders are dueling. Soldier and Diplomat makes a move for the lead, puts away Butane, puts away Decode, but on the outside, rumbling in, is Silent Tactic. And of course, Silent Tactic, last after 4 furlongs, wins the race going away. He's by Tacitus, Kristen Torres, the jockey, and Mark Cassie, the trainer. The exact opposite pace in this race as we saw in the Smarty Jones. In the Smarty Jones, slow pace, easy lead for Strategic Risk. This time around, Strategic Risk never got near the lead. Fast pace. This time around, Silent Tactic, who closed the last time for second, he ends up winning this race and picks up the 20 points. And he will continue on down that Arkansas trail. I thought Butane ran well. I thought he had to wait behind the leader in Decode. Soldier and Diplomat was third early, made a nice move, kind of put those 2 away. Didn't really see Silent Tactic unwinding on the outside. I thought in the middle of the pack, Circle Test ran okay. And, Strategic Risk just didn't get the softer pace. And Sleeping on Freedom never really fired from the back of the pack. Now, earlier on, we had the Martha Washington, Nickel and Dime from the rail, Search Party at 4-1. And then the big favorite in the race was Counting Stars at 3-5. And then Newtown Pike getting a little bit of action. But let's take a look at the race. In the middle of the track, Search Party was kind of sitting third or fourth at the rail early on. Let's pick it up. Search Party starts to go after the leaders. The longtime leader, Nickel and Dime, gives up the lead. Search Party goes on to the win, and Search Party now on the trail for Mark Cassie, another winner. Kristen Torres, have yourself a day, Christian. Meanwhile, Search Party, the Cyrus gun runner. What's interesting about Search Party, she got 5 races in as a juvenile, lots of experience, took some time off, fires right off the bench. She could move forward a little bit, and we'll see where Search Party goes next. Have a feeling she could stay right there at Oaklawn, but those connections also do run horses in the Ashland Stakes, and of course that's always a popular Grade 1 race for fillies, and it's right there in the Bluegrass. But Search Party, I thought, improved. Probably the winner ran the best race. We'll see what some of the others coming out of the race do, but Hit Parade really didn't fire, and I thought the outside horse, Newtown Pike, ran a good race to finish second. Search Party, now with that win, back-to-back wins, won by 6 lengths. She did have her race at Oaklawn Park, and Tracy Farmer owns this one. Couple of races at Churchill Downs, couple of races at Ellis, and now 2 races at Oaklawn Park. Newtown Pike runs second. I think she'll continue down the road along with the winner, Search Party, but we'll see who ships in, maybe from Florida or the fairgrounds for the next round of preps for Oaklawn Park. Now, Gulfstream Park, of course, last week we had the Holy Bull. Let's take a look at some of the aftermath of those races. We've got Solitude Dude. Here he is winning the Swale impressively. Second straight stakes win. He had won the inaugural stakes at Tampa, kind of blitzed that field, won by open lengths. He's won 3 races now by over 20 lengths. Solitude Dude, the Swale winner. He may go to the Fountain of Youth. Still no decision yet from Safi Joseph. Wants to see he comes out of the race. He said maybe we'll keep him sprinting, Pat Day Mile, but Solitude Dude may get an opportunity in the Fountain of Youth. He's got the early speed to be trouble on that front end. Jackson Hole, an allowance winner, last time at the fairgrounds. Of course, he won his maiden at Gulfstream Park, then went to the fairgrounds. It looks like they're going to skip on the Risen Star, stay in Florida for the Fountain of Youth. And Todd Pletcher, of course, trains Jackson Hole. Ted Noffey off the trail. And the winner of the Holy Bull, he's going to wait to the Florida Derby in Nearly. Now, further ado, he's going to point to the Tampa Bay Derby. He's working out for Brad Cox. He's got a string of workouts now. Tampa Bay Derby coming up on March 7th. Further ado, of course, he won that big Keeneland race by almost 20 lengths, and then he won the Kentucky Jockey Club beneath the Twin Spires at Churchill Downs. Brandt, the Del Mar Futurity winner, he has been on the work tab, had a big workout on Friday, 5 furlongs in 1 flat. Of course, he set the pace in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and faded late. Brandt could be going to Oaklawn for the Rebel Stakes and Bob Baffert. Now, the 3-year-old Fig of the Week went to Saloom, a 9. That was in Dubai in his maiden first start. That figure actually comes back better than Nearly with a 9+. Now, remember, the lower the better is better for Ragozin. And then Solitude Dude had a 9 in that Swale Stakes. So that's maybe why they might be pointing for the Fountain of Youth. Now, 6-speed last week to compare Saloom with, he had a 10 in that Dubai at Maiden in a stakes race for 6-speed. So the Dubai runners looking good as they get ready for some points races. Meanwhile, we've got Paladin, Golden Tempo, and Courting pointing for the Risen Star. Litmus Test for the San Felipe. Mesquite possibly for the Rebel Stakes. And Florida Derby is next for Nearly, who picked up 20 points in the Holy Bull. Suncoast post positions are drawn. Zany is going to run on Saturday at Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, we've got the Sam F. Davis Saturday, Robert Lewis Saturday. We've got previews up of both of those races. And remember, Desert Gate, Plutarch, and Robusta going in the Robert Lewis. Thoroughbred Prospectus comes out every Monday. Sign up in the description. What did you think of the Southwest and the Withers? Silent Tactic and the big winner, Talk to Me Jimmy, at the Wither Stakes. Leave a comment. Who do you like? Watch the previews for the Sam F. Davis. And remember what D. Wayne Lucas always said, people have opinions, horses have the facts.